Good morning to all. I am Devans and today I am going to discuss about the chapter India, size and location of class 9th. So firstly we will discuss about location of our country. But before discussing about the location of our country, few things should be very clear. Suppose that someone said to us that go and find out Mahesh in Lucknow and accept the name of Mahesh, we have nothing. It means there is a none type of address has been provided, there is a none type of other information has been given. So without location or we can say that without address, how is it possible to find out Mahesh in Lucknow? So for finding out Mahesh in Lucknow, the proper address should be with us. For that, the name of Mahesh, in which area Mahesh live, and as well as in which house. So with that type of information, we can easily find out Mahesh in Lucknow. In the same way, if we want to find out the location of any country on the globe or even on map, so the proper address is very essential. So before going directly on the address or the location of our country, few things also we have to discuss. In earlier classes you all have studied about latitudinal as well as longitudinal lines. Now let's again just recall about the what actually the importance of these lines for determining the location of any country. So there are two images has been given, image A as well as image B. In image A there are few parallel lines has been given and which has been drawn horizontally. So these horizontal lines which has been drawn on globe from west to east, and these lines are imaginary line because this is not possible for us. We can draw any type of actual line on the globe or we can say on the earth. So those imaginary lines which has been drawn on the globe from west to east is considered as a latitudinal line. Now what we also are seeing that there is a line has been drawn in the middle, and this middle line is known as equator. The role of equator is that this equator or we can say equatorial line divides globe into equal two parts. The part which lies in the north is considered as a northern hemisphere and the part which lies in the south is considered as a southern hemisphere. Now we will move towards the second image. The image has been given in which we are seeing that number of vertical line has been drawn on the image of globe. So these imaginary vertical lines which has been drawn on the globe from north to south is considered as a longitudinal lines. And now what again we are seeing that there is a red line has been drawn in the middle of this image, and this line is dividing again globe into equal parts, and this line is known as a prime meridian. So what actually the role of the prime meridian? The region or we can say the hemisphere which lies in the east of the prime meridian is considered as a eastern hemisphere, and the part which lies in the west of the prime meridian is considered as a western hemisphere. So these two lines, longitudinal and as well as latitudinal, plays a very vital role for determining the location of any country on the globe. Now I hope so that you are able to understand what is the meaning of the latitudinal lines and as well as longitudinal lines. Now look over this image. The statement has been given: India lying entirely in the northern eastern hemisphere as well as in the south of Asia. So we will move towards the next image. We can see that there is a diagram has been drawn. So now what we are seeing, there are a number of lines has been drawn. This we can say that the globe has been drawn in the form of the flatten. Now again I am going to draw a line in the middle. This line is representing equator, and the line which is drawn from north to south is prime meridian. So according to the statement, India lies in the northern eastern hemisphere. This part will be considered as a northern eastern. If we look over here, then you can see east, west, north as well as south. So somewhere in this region India lies. So that will be very clear with the help of this image. The statement is going to be true. Now the line, this is prime meridian, and this one which I am drawing, just this one is equator, and you can see the location of India. This is a statement. We are not even till now we didn't discuss about the latitudinal and as well as the longitudinal extension. So this is clear through this picture that India lies in northern eastern hemisphere, and the second statement which was related with the same statement, India lies in the south of Asia also. Now we will move towards the next slide. The statement has been given: the mainland extends between latitudes 8 degree 4 minute north and 37 degree 6 minute north, and longitudes 68 degree 7 minute east and 97 degree 25 minute east. So now look over the image. This one, on the top you can see, and this one. So now again just look over the image. Here you can see that the 8 degree 4 minute latitude, 37 degree 6 minute north latitude, and the longitudinal extension has been given 68 degree 7 minute and 97 degree 25 minute east. These are the extension of India's mainland. 8 degree 4 minute, that is a latitudinal, 37 degree 6 minute, that is a latitudinal extension, 68 degree 7 minute and as well as 97 degree 25 minute longitudinal extension has been found. And the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the mainland is about 30 degree. It means what? Its latitudinal and longitudinal extent is approximately the same. nearly 30 degrees. If we look over here, then if we subtract the number which has been given, then approximately you can find out the latitudinal and as well as the longitudinal extent is about to 30 degree. Now you are also looking, few name has been given except latitudinal and longitudinal extension. Now this one you all are seeing that Indira Col, Guhar Mota, Kutch, Kanyakumari or Cape Comorin, Indira Point, and as well as this is Kibithu. So everyone could be curious that what the name has been written. So firstly we will discuss about these names. The name which has been given over here, these are the easternmost points, westernmost point, northernmost point, and as well as southernmost point. Now you are seeing Indira Point, this one is Indira Point. Indira Point is the southernmost point of Indian subcontinent, and that lies in Andaman and Nicobar group of islands. But due to the cause of the tsunami which has been affected it in 2004, and this point has been submerged underwater. But when we go through the easternmost point, these points in the context of Indian landmass, then there are 4 points has been measured. Easternmost point of Indian landmass, that is Kibithu, that lies in Arunachal Pradesh. This one, northernmost point of Indian landmass, that is Indira Col, Guhar Mota, Kutch, that is the westernmost point of India, and Kanyakumari, that is the southernmost point of Indian mainland, or we can say that the Indian landmass. So never get confused if anyone asks to you that which is the southernmost point of India, then always write down Indira Point. But when someone asks that which is the southernmost point of Indian landmass, then always go through the point of Kanyakumari. Okay, I hope so that this is clear to all. Now we will move towards the next slide.